Well, good morning, YouTube. So we are actually doing something somewhat productive that doesn't concentrate on work or towing or operating. I'm actually getting to work on the 24 valve. She's an 01. I think you've seen it a few times on the channel. I have these injectors for it for probably about 2 or 3 months now, and I'm just finally getting to it. Finally got like a hair up my butt, and time to actually put some new injectors on this truck. They are the original injectors. You know, they're 20 years old now. So time for an upgrade. They are 100 horse injectors for the truck. These are going to be some of the first power modifications I'm starting to do to the truck. I'll include a few things like I got better cooling system for it. You know, I got a better transmission cooler. It's an automatic, but it's a moderately built transmission. Got like I got like 5-6 grand in the transmission, a little bit better internals and everything like that. Nothing insane, but she's holding up just fine, especially with all the heavy towing I've done with it in the beginning. She's done good. I got ATS 3000 Aurora turbo on it. I got the DPS manifold on her. S&B air intake. You guys can kind of just see that. I do have an exhaust brake on the truck. ATS ramp, that thing didn't do much. It felt like it helped out the top end just a smidgen of a bit. Upgraded the boots, all the boost boots, stuff like that. It doesn't sound like much, but it was quite a few extra pennies for sure. I did a ton of work on the front steering of the truck. It still has a little bit of a wobble to it, but upgraded to a 4th gen steering system, upgraded to a 3rd gen tie rod system. I'll show you guys all that. So that's all your 4th gen stuff, 3rd gen tie rod, and this brace. I replaced the power steering box, stuff like that. I got rid of the vacuum disconnect for the front axle. It's now a cable lock. So small things like that. It has a edge display monitor for just the display. There's no tune on the truck whatsoever. These injectors will be going on here first, and then when I get a few extra bucks, I'll buy a tuner for it. Just for this is kind of turning it just to a little bit of a fun truck, since I actually got my tow rig right there now. So just taking advantage of the fun I can have with this truck, and just kind of going from there. So if you guys are curious, we're just changing injectors and kind of going from there. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, welcome back. So I did the injectors. They're kind of self-explanatory. I'm not going to really do an in-depth video on them. Just take off what the heck I took off and put your new injectors in. Take your time, be careful. I mean, I've been taking it easy. I've been taking my sweet time. It's been like 2 hours and I got all the injectors in. Just take your time with it. Don't pinch your lines. Don't be dumb. If you're dumb, just don't do it. Give it to somebody else, and hopefully they're comprehensive enough to not screw something like this up. But I got all the injectors in. These are the injectors I did buy. They're Dynamite diesel injectors. Go to wilddiesel.com if you want to. I buy all my performance parts from them. Just call their phone number, call Casey, ask for Casey or Ken, and they will always get you guys set up. Here's my old injectors here. They were very clean, very little carbon buildup on the nozzles. I was able to wipe them off with a rag, and then even the nozzle tubes themselves, they looked like they were brand new. I took a photo of them. I put it on my Instagram also. I'm an operator at my Instagram. In the meantime, it's recommended, since the valve cover is already off, I did my valve lash adjustment. You know, you got 10 thousandths on your intake and 20 thousandths on your exhaust side. You know, you do your top dead center, then you rotate around your bottom dead center. They got charts and everything to do all that type of stuff. Everything's done and good. I mean, I just adjusted these exhaust ones right here. It's like 3, 5, and 6, and then 2, 4, 6. Look it up yourself. So injectors are in. I did mess up one thing. My grid heater gasket tore, and even if it didn't tear, I always replace gaskets that I take off, and I forgot to order those. So those are on the way. So I'm going to be delayed a few days out on that part. But otherwise, I do have a new valve cover gasket. I did get the good one. It's a Molly, if that's how you say it. So got this gasket here. Just replace it. It was like 80 bucks. Just buy a new gasket. You don't want your valve cover leaking. That is the most annoying thing you can ever deal with. But yeah, so that's what we got going on so far. What I've gotten done, I cleaned things up, made it look all fancy and nice-ish and stuff like that. You know, make it look good. Might as well make the turbo look all pretty. So make it look more purple. You know, stuff like that. Make your truck look good. Takes care of you, right? Take care of it. That's it. I'm gonna stop here for now. I'll see you guys back here in a minute. I'm gonna get a few things wrapped up on this thing, and I'm gonna start it up still, even though I don't have all this other nonsense on the truck. I'm gonna kick it on, make sure I don't have any fuel leaks, and all the injectors are firing and there's no misses and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna get the valve cover back on with the new gasket and go from there. Everything's pretty much back together for the most part. This is my grid heater. This is the gasket that I'm missing, but I just threw that on there so it doesn't catch anything on fire. I'm gonna prime up and get some fuel into the system. I probably have to crack the injectors to get the fuel back in there. Let's see what we got going on here. That's just my air compressor. So when you start getting the fuel system back together, you want to blip the ignition on the truck just to barely crank it over so you can keep that fuel pump running to keep on sending fuel back into the motor. So now I'm just checking all the lines, making sure everything from there is all right. Yeah, my air dog's kicking on, so it's starting to put fuel into it. I know the injectors are bone dry. Nothing leaking over there, except for this, except for my tappet cover. So here I'm just cracking injector number 3 line to see if I can start getting some fuel into the rail. Got fuel going to the pump. It's on its way. There she goes. All right, we got prime on cylinder 3. All right. So check prime on this one too. Should almost be there. On you. Sweet, that's a success. No leaks, no nothing. Just missing my gasket, and I can actually get some boost inside the engine. Of course, you know, no boost, too much fuel, black. So we'll get all that stuff here wrapped up here soon. I swear I have a gasket sitting somewhere in the garage, but I don't know where the hell it's at. Yeah. So I'll see you guys back momentarily. Alrighty, we're back. It's the next day. I got my gaskets. I did order them online, but I had to go to the auto parts store anyways when I was in town, so I got myself a set. They had 2 left, so I grabbed both of them. Molly, got part number. All right, let's get these suckers on and start making some boosts, see what this girl does. All right, we are all good to go. I went for a quick test drive and forgot to put this clamp on. It sounded like someone trying to blow up a balloon like sideways, like when you stretch it out. I was like, what does that sound? Rookie mistake. Oops, don't forget your hose clamp. All right, I'm still checking for fuel leaks. As far as I know, everything is tight, and she's a bit warm right now because I just drove her. Just doing a quick little first test, just up and down the road. Time to go for a full-on test. So let's see what she does. So these injectors right off the bat, they're pretty nice. It's not like I'm getting a ton of boost. I'm only hitting like 23 psi on the truck. Still got more work to do. I do like, if you saw how quickly the black smoke clears off and the truck begins to burn every little bit of fuel. I love that. I don't like to roll coal. I don't like just a ton of raw diesel just spilling out of the exhaust for no reason. The more of that burns in your truck, better EGTs, better fuel mileage. Who cares about fuel mileage? But just more power out of the engine. Just like anything, you want that fuel to burn in the motor. You don't want it to send all that stuff out of the exhaust. Overall, love these injectors already. The truck just feels so much more alive right off the bat. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the truck in the beginning was a little bit of a dog, but it was still fun to drive with the few things I've done to it, you know, turbos and, you know, turbo, not plural, turbo. And a few other things I did just to help it out. I was never even able to break 1100, 1150 on the EGTs on this truck. Now it's hitting about 1250. So, I mean, and that's floored all the way. It still has a lot more room for more fuel and a little bit of, you know, tuning and stuff like that to get some more power out of her. The transmission is built, just a reminder. We'll see the day that it starts slipping or starts doing something the moment I start putting more power to the engine. So it's been doing great so far. She's a healthy girl. She kicks butt. 250,000 miles on the truck now. Only things wrong with it is my rear main seal started to leak and my tappet cover is leaking. That's nearly the only two things. If anything, it's just rust prevention, right? All right, and I just got back home, so for the most part, that's gonna kind of wrap it up for the video. Just showing you guys, just kind of updating you. On the second gen, she hasn't had much work done to her. It's been almost, has it been a year? No, not even a year. I don't know, it feels like I haven't worked on her for a while, so starting to get back into the groove of doing something productive, I guess, when I'm not working. Had a pretty dang long day today, working 100 degrees. I tried taking videos of the job site today, but the GoPro kept on overheating every time I leave it outside to record stuff. So it just kept on shutting off. I didn't really get anything good. I'll see if I can maybe fudge something together on that, but I doubt it. But overall, second gen, 100. They are 100 over injectors by DDP. If you guys want to set, call Casey at wilddiesel.com. He's the one that always hooks it up. I've gotten everything from them ordered all the time. I text him to order stuff. He just, if they don't have it in stock, they'll have it like drop shipped from the company directly. I've gotten everything for that truck and my 5th gen from them. I've gotten the fifth wheel, not the fifth wheel, but the gooseneck setup for this truck. I got the, what the heck else did I get? Got a few other things for this truck I already forgot, but everything performance wise and every little random thing, like the valve cover gasket, I got it from them. You know, they always hook it up for me. They always help me out. Awesome set of people. If you guys want to, you're more than welcome to give them your business. They don't even know I'm doing this. They're just a great set of people. They didn't ask me to do anything like this. Overall, and it doesn't matter where you live, if you know what I mean. What are you whining about, dude? But yeah, 100 horse injectors in the 2nd gen. Make sure you do your valve lash at the same time. I adjusted all the intake and exhaust valves on the truck. They were about 3 thousandths tight, or they're 2 to 3 thousandths tight on the valve train, so I got those readjusted and good to go. No fuel leaks. I keep on checking every single time I start it up. Every time I shut it off, I am not seeing any fuel leak whatsoever. So that is a huge plus. I don't see any boost leaks whatsoever. Nothing's whistling at me, especially when I forgot to put that intake tube back on, or put the clamp on and started whistling or farting. It was doing something. But the truck scoots. She definitely came alive just from doing the injectors. If you guys have a stock turbo, just put some injectors. If you want, I would recommend maybe doing 50 or 75 horse injectors. Hundreds, you're probably going to smoke more than you boost. This turbo is good for about 47 psi, and I am barely halfway there on the turbo's capability. And mash to the ground, she boosts up to 23 psi. EGTs hit about 1250, and then they start coming back down immediately. It's like the maximum peak is 1250 on it, so there's so much room to grow with the truck already. And I don't even have a larger intercooler on the truck. That's just from some of the piping I've changed. The turbo and the exhaust and stuff like that have really helped out. A turbo will definitely give you a large change and benefit from your EGTs. And then after that, you know, spend another $1,200 and buy a big old intercooler for it. But I haven't really seen the need. It's about 100 degrees today, even up in the mountains. It is a warm day today. My intake temperature on the truck, when I was getting on it, I was about 150 degrees on the intake temp. So it's definitely not boost weather. I really wish it was wintertime right now, because it drops down to about like 15-20 degrees where I live during the winter months. And that is definitely boost weather. So that is going to kind of wrap it up. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I really do appreciate all the comments. I honestly do. I enjoy reading them. I always go on my phone all the time to see who's and what's been commented. I love all you guys' input and ideas. I do take recommendations, as always. I'm just being a smart ass. But it's fun. I enjoy making these videos, and I'm happy you guys enjoy watching. So keep them coming, and I'll keep on trying to burn out these videos the best I can, and kind of go from there. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one.